Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever episode of creating the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. In this series I will be giving you a closer look on how I make my 3D project of the Tower of Terror found at Disneyland Paris. I really enjoy a trip to Disneyland Paris and the Tower of Terror is one of my favorite rides found there. It has a great atmosphere, story, and I really love the style of it. The goal with this project is to make everyone experience it who might not be able to visit it. You will be able to walk through the attraction, and the final goal will be being able to operate the ride by yourself. There have been a few people who asked me what is going on with the projects. Well, it's quite simple. I don't have much spare time because of school and work, and when I do upload videos I want them to be good. So I don't want to show any half-made work. But in this series I will be taking you in the progress. This video is all about what's been going on in the meantime and how I do it. I work a lot with SketchUp because it's easy to use and I can easily create the things I want and I'm used to it. I thought 3D modeling myself. It all started with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, where I made custom scenery, custom track rides, custom flat rides and even some custom tracks. I always wanted to challenge myself and the Tower of Terror is the perfect outcome for a project. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the shell of the ride and yeah, I like a lot of detailed work, so here you will see a lot of details. And the main thing first was that I just planned out everything. I measured everything and so yeah, I'm using a bit of a cheat. It's like it's some kind of plan for the Tower of Terror. So I know the exact dimensions of it, but it's just a top view. So there won't be anything like exact measurements, exact place for stuff to be. So the rest is just some improvisation and measuring a lot, scaling it and just making it perfect. So this thing is huge, it's a huge building and I really love to recreate this since there is so much to do and I really love this style. And as you can see here I have lots of details even in these things. It's like I believe it's 1 centimeter depth, but still I just want to create that kind of thing because yeah, I just want to make it as realistic as possible for me and for everyone. So you might not be able to see this kind of detail, but I think you will be able to, yeah. I think I'm gonna do a free roam so that you can actually see the building from close up, and so as you can see here you can get to see a lot of details because those details must not get to waste. I really like creating this part because it has round edges and uses a lot of curves and then is square again, so it's like a lot of variety in the build style itself, and it's really challenging to make that like fit. I've had to adjust it a few times because I just want it to be perfect. And in another video I will be doing some sort of time-lapse thing. That's actually the thing I want to do with this series, so that I can show you guys how I create things. So next up what I'm gonna show is the lobby. The lobby is a thing I've been working on for like a couple of years, so of course not every day, but the thing is I really can't do this every day. But it's really awesome. There's a lot of details in here, so you really get that real feel from the attraction itself. And it's just awesome to see that everything works out fine, everything is just aligned perfectly and comes out so realistic without even some textures on it. So that's an amazing thing. The inner area is a bit harder to recreate. I have some reference pictures, but that's it. So everything is just done by measuring things out, trial and error of course. I believe I did some rectangular shapes first so that I can measure everything out first, so that I don't have to create things without wasting my time when it doesn't fit. And it's really awesome to see that how with SketchUp you can create something so realistic, and it will be taking a lot of time, but it will be looking great. And I really believe when I add some textures that it will be even more awesome. So yeah, as you can see, I added some textures to the concrete footers of the pillars, and that already gave a really good feeling because there's so much depth in the model itself. It also creates some kind of depth in the texturing, and I really need to play with the texture work. I haven't actually really tried texturing before, but I believe in Blender it will be very easy to UV map some stuff. Of course, most stuff won't be UV mapped, and I really like to create details. As you can see in the lift, it just gives such a nice feeling. So in the next episode we will be starting with the library. I know most of the things aren't done yet, but I like to think and create lots of variety for myself to not make this a boring thing. Although it is challenging, you need some variation. So I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode, and be sure to subscribe.